So this is the flooring that I decided to go with. It's like a plastic snap together flooring. It says that it's waterproof, and then it also resists like nicking and scratching. So I wanted to go with like a kind of like a gray barn kind of look for my trailer. So I'm doing the floors like a dark gray, and then the walls hopefully will be like a light gray. So today is flooring day. So I have to clean out the whole trailer. Gonna try and get as much dirt and metal filings and everything off the floor as I possibly can. And then we're gonna start figuring out how to lay this floor down. Alright, so I'm gonna start here at the door because that's like the nicest part of the floor you're gonna see is as I come through the door. Like the other edges are gonna be covered up by like my bed or cabinets. There's gonna be a cabinet up here in the front and on the side, so I'm not really worried about that as much, but I want it to look nice when you come through the door. There's these brackets right here. As a cargo trailer, you can tie down like your ATV or something in there. Those I think I'm just gonna leave uncovered. The cabinet again is going to be like right here, so it'll actually cover that up, and if for some reason I needed to access them and they're still uncovered and they're still there. I did take this trim piece off of the door, and so I'm just going to use that and put it like right back on here over the flooring. I'm actually going to put this trim piece back on now, and then that'll anchor that first piece of flooring for me. There we go. So, just like all the other projects having to do with this trailer, I've never done this before. So I'm just kind of using help from friends, help from YouTube, and hopefully this floor will go pretty smoothly. You just snap the different pieces together, and you gotta figure out like the pattern so that they're not, all the seams aren't in the same place. But I think as soon as I get going on it, it should be pretty quick. I'm excited. I think it's gonna look really neat in here once the floor is down, so I'm pretty excited about that. Ah, that looks so cool! That looks really cool. Oh my gosh. Like, you can't even see the seam on it. And this flooring has like the padding already built into the back of it, so it's already got some like squishy padding on the back, so you're already good to go. So a whole box would get me just to the edge here, so we should be good on flooring, thankfully. I was worried that I might have not got enough, but my math was right, so, or I shouldn't say that yet, but it looks like my math will be right as far as the floor goes, so I'm just gonna keep plugging away and figuring out how to stick all these guys together. But I'm super excited. This floor looks so cool. Now I'm trying to build off of those first pieces. So I have to be able to snug them up on two sides. They say you're supposed to have like a special snugging block and a rubber mallet. I don't have those things. I could get those things. But I'm gonna experiment with just trying like a piece of wood and a hammer and just trying to gently tap those edges back into each other right here so that I can get rid of that gap. So let's give it a try. Oh, that looks like it actually worked really well. It only has to go like a little bit, and then it worked. That's awesome. Okay. So we're getting there. It's going pretty well. It's a little tricky here trying to get these boards to snap together. So I'm getting to the end here of the floor. It's coming together pretty well. There's a few end-to-end pieces that aren't quite as snug as I'd like them, but I think that's the best I'm gonna get. And so now we're here to the end, and I had almost enough pieces so that they would all snap together end to end. There's a few pieces back here that I'm trying to improvise on. And so this is gonna be like my garage underneath my bed, so you won't see it that much, but I still wanna try and make it pretty nice. I wanna finish it out and be able to put that trim on the end here and have it look fairly nice. It also helped the floor to hold up a little bit better too, because it'll be covered. So I'm just gonna try and fit a few more of these pieces in here and get this floor finished up. It looks pretty cool. I got all the floor laid down, and so now the last part of this is just putting this trim piece back on. Love it. The floor is done. It looks so cool. I had just enough boards really to do it. There's a strip missing on the side here, but that's where like my bed and the cabinets and everything will be, so I'm not too worried about that. So there is the finished floor. Oh, Ryder. He was helping me the whole time. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I love the color, and it wasn't too difficult to put down, honestly, but you just kind of had to figure it out a little bit, and yeah. So today I'm gonna be working on staining what I like to call my deck. It's that back door that folds down. First I'm gonna use a brush, just try to get any of that loose dirt and wood chips and splinters and everything off with a brush. And then I'm gonna use a fine grit sandpaper anywhere it looks like it needs a little bit of smoothing out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start applying that stain. gonna let this dry for a couple hours and then I can seal it. The stain's been drying for about 4 or 5 hours now, so I'm gonna head out and check and see what it looks like now, and it should be ready to put the sealant on it. This is what that back deck looks like now. It dried a little bit more of like a blue-gray. I wanted more of just a dark gray, but the blue is still pretty nice. And something else that I learned is that a little stain goes a long way. So I bought like a quart of that blue-gray color, and that was, I barely made a dent in that. So this sealant is made for you to only have to put like 1 coat on. Thanks for watching as Ranger and I work on our travel trailer. Like and subscribe if you want to see us do more. Good boy. Oh, look at that, directions. Probably should have read those first. But, I need those.